Sorry.
Yeah, it's Simon Smith, man.
Alright, okay, sorry. Obviously Lucy's called our office regarding this, but I'm not sure what she's called regard.
Yeah, so we was basically one of the clients of Construction Limited, and I understand.
Oh, yeah. Alright, mate. Alright, that's fine. Right.
So what's happened then?
Right, so basically the company's going into liquidation, and company was put into liquidation on the 20th of December. Sorry, I have got you down as a credit. Yeah, sorry, I've just been. Yeah, so was work undertaken by the company on your property prior to their stopping trading and liquidation, I presume?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that's fine. Yeah, so there's not a great deal I can tell you really in a minute. Obviously, the company went into liquidation on the 20th of December. As it stands, it's very unlikely that there will be any kind of distribution to creditors, but they themselves financially. There's not many assets in the company, not much assets in the company. What I would obviously say is, if you've received some correspondence from us regarding the liquidation itself, just to confront a proof of debt, that's one of the documents what should be in the letters that you've received. And if you want to get that sent back to us, obviously you can send it back to my email regarding any money that you're owed. And then, like I said, it is unlikely that there'll be any kind of financial distribution to creditors, but if there is one, then obviously your claim will be on the file.
Do we have to?
You know, I think if you don't want, it's completely at your discretion.
Okay, so it's not compulsory.
No.
Alright, yeah, well, like you say, if it's unlikely, I might not waste my time, but I might do it. Is there a deadline?
No.
Okay, alright, well, appreciate it. Thanks a lot, mate.
No problem. Alright, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Take care, bye.
So what was that? Still rolling, but yeah.
Builder's gone into liquidation, mate. So basically, this company here have been hired to liquidate the assets to pay off the debts, but there's no assets to liquidate.
Split up. It's just.
So he basically says, we want to know how much this guy owes you, but you ain't going to get any money, because what happens is this racks up loads of solicitor fees, so any money that there is, they usually have to be paid for these.
That's interesting.
And yeah.
So where did this builder come from? Who was this builder's recommended by?
The architect, bro. The architect. And when you look at this form, there's a massive list of people that are owed money. So it's like Barclays Bank insolvency team, £12,133.46. Barclays Bank business account. So it must be like in the overdraft, £250. Bridgeford Plasterers, £3,400. Ember Skips, £220. HM Revenue and Customs, PAYE, £30,000.
Oh my god.
HLI Groundwork, 6,500. MKM Building Supply, 7,567. Just goes on and on and on. Scaffolding, £8,000. Joinery, £8,343. Plumbing, £8,000. And then there's a load of other people that, interestingly, quite a lot of their employees are on here as well. See that, thanks. Quite a lot of their employees are on here that are claiming money and they've not been paid. Dangerous, man.
So where does that leave you in the West Bridgeford project?
In a hole.
How big of a hole?
We basically had to pay for certain things twice.
Oh my god.
So like, you imagine you like pay them like 40 grand for, let's say, an extension, and then the extension gets half built, but then the builders want to down tools because they've not been paid, but you've paid. So then they then threaten to just knock it down. So you end up having to pay them another 40, even though you paid them. Or maybe they got paid 10 and you have to pay 30. And if not, you start from scratch. And there's people here that, I mean, to be fair, we are owed tens of thousands. Tens of thousands.
How do you feel about that? The whole situation?
Well, I think the main lesson is stage payments in it. Like, I think two things we should have got references. So even though they were recommended, I would have gone to 2 or 3 clients and gone and looked at their projects and spoke to the owners and made sure that they'd followed through. Because I think if we'd done that, they wouldn't have. And then the second thing is get a QS to actually do the whole project and say how much it should cost and get a proper contract so it's all legit. And then stage payments, basically. So in the end, we did stage payments. So it's like, rather than paying a builder 50 grand or 80 grand up front, say the total thing's 200 grand and they'll say we need half up front, you pay them 100 grand. But then they'll use that 100 grand to do that project and that project and that project. And then they're waiting for the new project to pay your project. So all that stuff. So what I would do is I would do stage payments and it would be like, okay, I'll pay you 10 grand. And when I see that done, I'll pay you another 15 grand. And then when I see that done, I'll pay you another 5 grand. And I just want a full open book. As it happened, it's cost a lot of money because we've had to pay certain trades twice. But then more importantly, the original quote that was given for the whole scheme of works hasn't been carried out. So there was like, they allowed £3,000 for drainage. I now have to go and get somebody else to do it. And the quote's 25 grand. Because they didn't establish there was no drainage in the house. There's no way of draining from the back of the house to the front.
Oh, what was the communication with them like before? I know we spoke about it briefly, but like...
It was alright.
And then what, it just went west quickly? Or did you go off the road?
So work started delaying, and then there was a point when I knew that basically there was a point where trust was lost and I was having to manage the project anyway. So I kept going down there and speaking to the trades, and I was checking in with the trades, and certain trades weren't turning up, and I was asking why they've not been paid. And then like I wanted the skip removed, so I called the skip company and they said we won't move it unless you pay us 4 grand. I'm like, well, I've already paid. No, we've paid the builder. The builder's not paid us, so we won't move the skip off your property. Scaffolding all up. We won't remove the scaffolding until £3,800 paid. So basically I had to get all of their trades on side, pay them again, or cooperate with them to get it finished. And then now we take over.
Oh my God.
But remember I said 6 months like 170 grand? Well, we've already spent in excess of that, and we've not even started on the internals.
And how long have we been to it now?
2 years. Well, technically it's about 15 months since we got the builder on board. It took about 9 to 12 months to get planning, and then it took 15 months since we originally gave them the keys. So we've owned the property 2 years and 3 months, and it's just sat there. It's a lot. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, bro.
Oh my God.
And then the builder's just gone pop like that.
Oh my God.
You heard him. It's pointless just basically filling out that.
I mean, you say pointless. If it's just a film, you may as well just dash it in.
Yeah, nothing to lose. But even he's saying.
But you are right about the legal fees and like. I mean, what's the HMRC one? 30k.
40k. The Queen's getting her money before me, isn't she?
Yeah, 100%.
Huh?
100%. Yeah. You're on the bottom. Then the banks are going to get their money. Then the solicitors are going to get their money.
PAYE. So he's just not been paid PAYE. But you know what? This is the thing. Running these businesses, yeah, it ain't a joke. Making the money is easy, but it's some of these other hidden costs. Some of these hidden costs, like if you look at this, so they have to send you their like balance sheet or whatever, and on here it says so the preferential creditors, the people that are gonna give preference to, is the employees. You have to pay the employees before the creditors, the debtors or whatever. Estimated deficiency surplus as regard preferred creditors. Second preferential is the HMRC. Then it says debts. It says debts secured by floating charges is nil. So the preferential liabilities is £27,110 and 9 pence, and it's the employees and the Queen. like first, and then there's nothing left. And some of these figures are naughty. It's crazy, innit? To be fair, there's one person here that they owe 99 grand.
Hell.
So there's 25 people they owe, excluding 4 that haven't done it yet, of 142 grand. And here it says someone's owed 99 grand.
Oh my God.
And you know what the maddest thing about it is, yeah? We could have ended up paying them like 150 grand and still not had the shell. Literally,
you could have been one of the highest ones.
One of the ones. If I'd not got like Paul on it and gone down there and started like we've got a shell now, but had I not, we'd not have a shell. Imagine paying 150 grand and you've not got a shell. And keep in mind, most people, like if you're just a normal like family with a job, you can't absorb that. You're going bankrupt, bro. You end up having to sell the property. It's mad. It's mad. So it's been stressful, man.
I'm not surprised.
Best stress.
Surprised. Let me just turn off.